So do you have any idea what we're gonna do today?
No,
No.
but whatever you tell me obviously has to do with the book.
Exactly.
Hello, I'm Charlene Parsons, and I welcome you to be with me today as I open my book of fashion.
Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. It's a little frightening as you look back, but I'm ready. So can I go?
Yes.
Yes.
Please.
Okay. Oh. Oh my God. Okay, I guess as we look at the first one, that would have been 1960s for sure. You can tell by my lovely hairdo, which didn't move, you know, and my pose, which would have been very typical 1960s. Oh my God, that's all I can say. A little frightening. But anyway, and those were the days of the good old Miami Herald. And this would have been a picture in the Miami Herald on a Sunday. Oh, this was from the movies. One of the things that we used to do in my good old Birdine's days was to bring the designer and also the clothing from the different movies and work with the different producers, directors, designers. But this would have been for the good old Birdine's days. Anyway, I look at these and think, oh my God, I had to have looked better in those days, but I think I think this was very typical. This was 60s, 1960s also. Anyway, I had dark hair. And this, I go back with loving memories of an association which was called the Hispanic Designers Association, which was headed up by designers such as Oscar de la Renta, Carolina Herrera. This was my first bosses, Edward and Annalie Porter. And this was at a big Hispanic designers gala in Washington, D.C., which is where Hispanic Designers was formed. They were incredible. They gave many, many scholarships to our students. And in fact, some of the students are also here today that won those Hispanic designer scholarships. This was, I guess, a newsletter that I wrote when I was a regional director of Fashion Group. And obviously today Fashion Group is honoring me, which I'm humbled by. And I think it was in the 70s, 1976, it says. So wow, I go way back. way back. These are some of the letters that I received from some designers that welcome us in Paris, or that I've worked with out of Paris. This was Hermes, and this was a little note of thanks. We had gone to Paris and they welcomed us to their atelier, and also to their fashion shows. So this was a little bit about that. And a good friend of ours of the college took us to the French Senate, and the gentleman that is here, who was the director of Hermes, joined us at the beautiful Senate in Paris. This goes way back too, but then again, so do I. Go way back. But anyway, this was an article that was done when I was with the college, and in the building that we're going to be in today. It was all about our designers and our students. I guess I'm like any mother or grandmother, a grandmother to most of our graduates, that I could talk on forever because they really meant a lot to me and still do. And that's what this was all about. This was a story also from when I was, head of the department for fashion, and a story that they were doing on the fashion industry. And I was honored. And they came to the college and did a whole story on me being honored. And it really wasn't, I don't feel that I should have been honored. It was the students. I just opened doors for those students. This is just a wonderful event that we attended for over some 20 years. We represented the United States and each country sent designers to Paris to compete. It was held at the Louvre, and we competed with the students from all over the world. It was incredible. And it was so nice to meet them, and it was so nice to have our students there to show their garments. And again, I go back because some of the students in the room are literally from these days and went with me to Paris to show their garments. And this was one of the garments. This gentleman was Pablo Borges. Pablo was a young designer and literally made this entire garment from Home Depot. He did not have the funds to go out and create a lot, so he literally went to Home Depot and created this beautiful garment. One of the major problems was getting it to Paris, which you can well imagine. And not only getting it to Paris, but once we got it to Paris with the help of Air France, was to try to get this into the Louvre without being arrested. But anyway, and it did win a prize, for the United States. But beautiful. And this is thank you to Flavio, okay, because Flavio is the one who designed this and used it for your magazine. And I cannot thank him enough. This article was incredible. The garments, the look, the photo shoot, which we did at the Biltmore, was all incredible. It brought back the good old days of smiling a lot, being comfortable or uncomfortable. Oh my God. Okay, that goes way back. That was obviously my wedding, which is 50 plus years, And then this is with my husband, who is still my husband. So that's a record, huh? And anyway, brings back many, many memories. As they say, we've come a long way, baby, with all of this. And today, to be honored with coming a long way really means a lot. I'm humbled by the fact of being honored, of being able to have so many of the graduates come back into my life, to be able to hear from them, and to see what they're doing today. You look back, and as I said, as I was going through it, I thought nothing of it because it was just an everyday event in my life, to be on the runways or to constantly be showing the garments and shoving another model down the runway. But now I look back and think I really was so lucky. And I can't thank everyone enough, and of the fashion group, which has been so kind through the years to not only me, but certainly to the graduates, to have given them a place in the industry, to have seen so many of the graduates become regional directors, and to take over fashion, that it really means so much.
Thank you so much, Ms. Parsons.
Thank you. Thank you.